Hey guys, I'm Ben Groen down here at the World Barefoot Center in Winhaven, Florida, and we've partnered with Barefoot International to show you how to install a boom on your ski boat. So as you can see here, setting up a boom for the first time really doesn't have to be a big job. It should take you about 5 to 15 minutes with just one person, depending on the length of your cables and how much you need to adjust them. As you can see here, we've got our boat parked in the shallows, but you could also do this on a trailer on land. You just want to be able to walk around the outside of the boat, and that way you're not losing anything if you drop it in the water. Let's break it down. Okay, so first off, we got our clamp for the boom, and what we've got in our setup here is the height adjuster as well. So the height adjuster is an awesome addition to have if you're getting a bunch of different people out there skiing different shapes and sizes, things like that, where you want to adjust the height of your boom a lot. If it's just for you and you want to get out there and you're doing the same thing every day, same height, this isn't exactly an essential piece of kit, but it is really, really helpful. At the ski school here, we use it all the time. And all it does, it's going to slide into that bottom pin just like the one before it. And then once that part's in there, the boom then slides into one of these other holes, and we can get that sorted. So once your clamp's on, you want to get it nice and bolted to where it's still moving just a little bit. We're going to snug this up just a touch, and then we're going to move on to adjusting our cables. So here I can still twist it, and that's right where I want to be. Okay, so now that our clamp's on, we're going to get our boom piece on here, our main bit, and we're going to bolt this piece in and get it fairly perpendicular out the side of the boat. Today we're using a straight boom for this purpose. We're on an outboard ski boat. Straight boom is the best option for us at the ski school. And now we're going to set up our end piece and hook up our cables. Alright, so we're going to stick on our long piece of the boom here. If you're on a surf boat, wake boat, some of those inboard ski boats tend to put a lot more chime spray out. This is where your boom extension is going to come in handy. It's going to give you an extra 18 inches to get that boom further away from the boat, out of the side spray there, and get you some clean area for footing. So once this is on here, our goal right now is to set it up pretty perpendicular to the gunnel of the boat. Again, for beginners, that's where it's going to be the easiest to learn, where you've got the most straightest pull going forward. The further forward that boom swings, you're going to start to get kind of crooked on the bar itself, and it's going to be hard for beginners to get really comfortable and balanced when they're out there on skis, on their feet, things like that. If you're going to be primarily going off of a handle, you can move that boom forward a little bit more. It's going to get you out of that chime spray again, especially if even with a boom extension you're still getting blasted a little bit. But for our application and most applications, as perpendicular to the boat as you can get. Once you got that boom plugged in, we're going to move up front here with our cables, and we're going to start with all of our cables pretty loose. You can see our nuts here are pretty loose, and we're going to just start by hooking this boom up and then pulling it tight on this perpendicular angle. So I'm going to get my carabiner, hook it under the front, and then from here we're going to make sure that we're on that nice straight angle. Cables are tight, and now what we can do is, if we need any adjustments, we can. But we're going to take it back off and we're going to lock it in position. So at this point here, if you've got a lot of slack in your cable, you're going to pull on these two cables here, passing them through this box, and that's going to snug them up. You always want to keep a nice 2-inch loop on the top of your box. And once you've got your boom where you want it to be, like we just do now, you're going to get into these little set screws, and we're going to tighten them all the way back up, nice and snug, so that cable's not going anywhere. Sweet. So now that we've snugged those up with our 532 Allen wrench, we're going to tuck these cables away inside of our protective sock here. And once these bad boys get popped in, we're going to slide that up over the top. We're just going to put the Velcro on, covering that up, getting it out of the way, and do one more final check. So we're going to hook it back up. And now that our cables are locked in and tight, we're going to get back here and we're going to pull on this boom a little bit like there's a skier on there, and just make sure that once we do that, our cables are uniformed on each side. You want both cables to have the same tension, so you're spreading that load evenly and you're keeping yourself nice and safe when you're out there having fun. If one of these cables has a bit of a sag to it, it looks a little looser than the other one, this is your chance now to find that one cable, pull that cable through a little bit more and then lock it back down just to get that extra bit of slack out. But right now ours is looking good. Both cables are tight, our boom's perpendicular, and we're ready to rock and roll. So once you get your cables tight and your boom's nice and perpendicular at the side of the boat, we're going to come back in to lock down this clamp. The goal of this lockdown is so that we want to make sure, see how this thing can wiggle left and right? We're looking to try to find the spot where we're not going to have any binding when that boom sits either in the clamp or the height adjuster especially. Meaning when I go to pull my pin out, I can move my boom effortlessly up and down the clamp here to readjust where we need to go. So now that we've got that nice smooth channel, I can lock this boom down. I'm going to put it right where we need it to be. Give it a few cranks here with the old 3/4. And we're ready to roll.